Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Left Side. My name is Matt Brown and this is my wife Raven. We are basically hanging out, having a day off. A couple days ago yesterday was our anniversary. We thought today would be a fun day to cut and color each other's hair, things like that. So we're hanging out here in the studio, kind of doing that thing. I just got a haircut, cleaned out my mullet a little bit, and we've been talking a little bit about doing some hair color for Raven. But before we got into all of that, I wanted to spend a minute talking to you guys about what goes into hair itself. When it comes to hair and its essential makeup, you're more or less working with a slew of ingredients. If you were to look at that as like what goes into a cocktail or a meal or maybe like a batch of cookies, every single thing that is a part of that thing is integral in the end product. And when it comes to hair, you're working with things like lipids, carbohydrates, minerals, side bonds, all these different aspects of the hair. When it comes to hair color, hair cutting, and hair styling, those different things are important for us to consider when it comes to kind of techniques and geometric shapes and what would be best used to work with our fabric. Because at the end of the day, hair in and of itself is a fabric. And whether we're coloring it or cutting it or styling it, we're basically making it look a certain way to either A, fit our guests' needs and face shape and skin tones and things like that, or simply just do what our guests and our models have said, hey, I want you to do this. Because at the end of the day, if our people aren't leaving feeling great about themselves, then I would say our mission has not been accomplished. So with that being said, what we're working with Raven is previously lightened, previously colored hair. It's been probably, what do you think, maybe like a month and a half since we colored your hair last?
About a month and a half.
Okay, cool. So the idea here is that we're going to be looking at refreshing previous color, revitalizing the violet tones that are from our previous shadow root, and then we'll be taking the yellow tones into more of like a peach category of color with some little pieces of purple quartz from Paul Mitchell Pop XG kind of bled in throughout as little kind of accents to offshoot the violet and the peach that we're working with. The formulation that I'm working with is going to be a blend of 6V and 7V from the Color XG with about a gumball size of blue intensifier. Now, why am I going to be using intensifier in this equation? The essential idea to that is to add depth while also cooling down the tones that we see. Once you get to a natural level 6, 7 in a formulation, you're exposing dominant pigments that are going to show a lot of red and a lot of orange. So by adding in that little bit of blue, we'll be neutralizing some of that while also leaving a lot of nice like depth to the overall canvas of Raven's end result. To work with the yellow that we have, we chose to use Peachy Keen instead of trying to cocktail in oranges and pinks and yellows to create a peach. The reason for that is that we don't need a whole lot of warmth to wind up in a peach category in the first place. The other thing with that is that by working with a level 6 and a level 7, we're already kind of in a medium range of depth. So it doesn't take too much lighter than that to create something that goes like dark to light. The idea here is that we have something that kind of looks a little duskish, a little sunsetish. In this session, the main thing I wanted to just talk about is what it takes to make this happen while also considering the previous fabric and all those kind of things involved.